I mean, is Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points? I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get the sauce. Yo, what's up? Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're all having a nice day. Not a ton of action on tonight. For those of you betting the Braves-Phillies first leg of the doubleheader, it's 5-4 in the ninth inning. Braves are down to their last batter. Don't have a bet on that game. Just happen to have it on. We got a couple WNBA games, and then, of course, the Knicks are down to their last strike, so to speak. We're going to need 3 in a row here. It's miracle time for New York. We'll talk about that in a second. But first, Skee just happened to stand up right before we started.
I got to stand up again right now.
Yeah, he's wearing leopard pants, like leopard spotted pants. I'm not joking.
Don't be a hater, man. I'm going to go turn this light on so y'all can see again anyway.
You know what? I'm not a fashion guy. Are leopard pants?
Yeah, right, hey, ask the ladies in the chat what they think. How about that? That's what I'm wearing them for.
What
right?
male?
That's what I'm wearing them for. Right?
What self-respecting male has a pair of leopard pants?
They're shorts, by the way.
All right. In that case, it's completely fine. The leopard shorts. So yeah, just know the WNBA picks he's about to give you, they're coming from somebody who's wearing leopard shorts. So maybe take those with a grain of salt. All right, so we got two. This will be a quick one. Just a couple WNBA games, and then we have Pacers Knicks. So first up, obviously you guys know I don't follow the WNBA that closely, but isn't this a little short for Valkyries on the road? Weren't they catching 17.5 from like the wings? Oh, the Valkyries have been playing well?
I mean, they played all right. They got smoked by the Liberty when they just played the other day. But, I mean, it's a little bit different this time. The Liberty on the front end of a back-to-back. Jonquel Jones is questionable. And you got a few people from the Valkyrie side who are questionable who have been out. So, they could be getting, more production into their lineup. So, I think it's the game that the Valkyries care more about. Does that mean, they'll be good enough to cover? We shall see. But I know in the spot, my money will be on the Valkyries or instead of the Liberty.
So Valk plus 16.5 for pass.
Correct.
What about Chris?
Man, yeah, I guess you can keep that up for me as well. Skee mentioned it's a much more meaningful game tomorrow. I don't even know how much meaning it have, but when the times are clouded,
who did he say the Liberty play tomorrow?
They play the Mystics tomorrow in DC, so they got to travel. They've been a team so far though, Kyle, that you really don't want to bet against. Like, I kind of want to see the Liberty slip up, before. But like Skee said though, Jonquel Jones being downgraded to questionable with a knee injury. For the Valkyries, like Skee said, Monique Billings could come back. She's listed as questionable. Tiffany Hayes listed as questionable. Xander Silly hasn't played a game yet this season. If she comes back, that's somebody that spreads the floor, can knock down some threes coming over from the Minnesota Lynx last season. So I agree with Skee. This was at 18.5 because they beat them by 20. I think it was 28 the last game. So it would only be Valkyries. It's ugly, but it'd only be Valkyries for me as well.
Nothing's uglier than this next game we're going to talk about. What they got to say, Kyle? They said something?
Someone said Skee's got those shorts on to walk around truck stops.
That's a good one.
Are my eyes messing with me here, or the Chicago Sky laying? Because Chris said, and I quote, they're the worst offensive team in the WNBA and the worst defensive team in the WNBA. He said that.
That's what the numbers say too. Go ahead, Skee.
I don't even need no numbers. I just use my eyes, and I just said, God damn, I'm not putting another cent on this Chicago Sky team. At the same time, like, it only took me one game to see that, the first game of the season. But at the same time, it's like Dallas Lane. I'm not into that, especially on the road. So this is one of those really ugly games. I can understand why, if we look at it like that, I would take the team getting the points. So they were getting 3.5. Now there's a pick 'em. I mean, I'll lean with Chicago, I guess, just because they're the home team. I have no reason to really bet them. But the total, I think, is moving up for good reason. Dallas defense has been terrible for years. Like last season, I want to say like 32-8, they let their opponents go over the team total. It hasn't gotten much better this year. And Chicago, they're not doing a whole bunch of anything right. So neither team should be playing much defense. It's just, I mean, how much can we trust Sky offense? So over, I mean, I'm not making much sense. I guess over or Sky. I don't know.
Sky or over. 172 is kind of high. It's impossible. I can kind of get a feel for what's going on in the league by like some of the Twitter and the comments and stuff. It's impossible to get a feel for the Chicago Sky because Angel Reese is so polarizing. People either blindly hate her and she could go for 20 points, 20 rebounds, and people will hate it, or they absolutely love her and whatever she does is just a gift from the Lord. So it's impossible to get a feel for what's actually going on because it's so polarizing. People are crazy commenting about this team. So, Chris, would you agree, Sky and over?
I'm not betting the Sky ever. Well, I shouldn't say ever, but to Skee's point, none of this come down to a pick. That's even more reason to stay off because at least at first you was getting some points. I talked about this the other day. I thought it looked super easy to take Dallas against Connecticut, but I was like, Kyle, I can't do it. Last year they were a favorite. I think it was 14 times. They went like 2-12 straight up. I'm like, I can lay with it. And then they were road favorites 4 times. They went 0-4. Against the number. Didn't cover any of the games as a favorite. But they went into Connecticut. Shout out to Enrique Gumbawale. Played really, really good. They ended up winning. They covered. Smoked them in that spot. Now it's 4th straight road game. I bet over. And the reason why is because I don't expect Dallas to play any defense. So this is the get right spot for the Chicago Sky's offense. Last game, I tried to fade them against Connecticut early. They actually went out, I tried to smoke them against Phoenix early. And they actually, had Ariel Atkins scoring the basketball. Their offense looked pretty fluent. Like I think they're trying to develop some kind of identity. And if you're going to do it, why not do it against the Dallas Wings? To Skee's point, going back and looking at the game so far, Dallas is 4th in offensive rating, but 11th in defensive rating. Chicago is the worst defensive rated team. And they showed me a little something being able to score on the Mercury in Phoenix. So I think that they should be able to come back home, kind of keep that offense, moving in a good space, I guess. Sky also 3rd in offensive rating as well. So I bet this last night at 169.5, 172. I don't know, but I do think it's going to be a high scoring game. We just need Enrique to go like 5 for 18 instead of like 1 for 17. So if Enrique can score, I think that'll get us over the total. She's the X factor because she can give you 45 or she can give you 4 or 5. So and everything in between. So yeah, I bet over.
All right, Chris is on the over 172. Let's move on to
tomorrow's games are much better.
Well, you guys will be back tomorrow, so we'll talk about it tomorrow. All right, it's game 5. All right, so I mean, I don't know how.
Hesitation, Skee. He can't get his words right.
I mean, just straight up, the Pacers are playing better basketball than the Knicks right now. There's no other way to say it. It's not that the Knicks have played particularly terrible, although I'm a little the turnovers are concerning. They've turned the ball over, and the Knicks haven't played perfect, but by no means am I watching this series like, wow, the Knicks are ass. Like, it's not like they're choking. There was a few times in the Detroit series where the offense was stale, and I felt like we gave one of those Pistons games away, and that was like, okay, this is the Knicks playing poorly. In this series, I'm not really watching these games as, wow, this is the Knicks playing poorly. I'm watching it as the Pacers are red hot at the right time and just right now are playing better basketball than the Knicks. So it's tough to pick and choose where to point at because it's pretty much all around. The Pacers are playing better than New York. I mean, in Game 4, New York actually outshot the Pacers from 3. We saw the Pacers' three-point shooting come down, and I had said when the Pacers took the first 2, right, they shot 40% or higher in both those games. And I was like, that's not sustainable. Well, in Game 3, they didn't shoot as high as the Knicks won. Well, in Game 4, they shot like 36% from 3 or whatever it was. It wasn't like
40.2%.
Oh, they must have hit some at the end then because that wasn't the case during the game. Let me see. I have it right here. 40.63% I'm showing here, Chris.
Correct.
So why'd you say?
I think I said 40.2. My fault. 40.6. You're right.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, actually, I have it up right here. So rather than speculate, we could just pull it up on the screen rather than Chris give us fake numbers here.
Oh God, that was my fault, Skee.
All right. So, yeah. So right here are the 4 games. This is the. Oh, let me bring it up a little higher so you can see. This is the Pacers game logs here in the playoffs, and here are the 4 games against the Knicks right here. The 3-point shooting, 40.5%, 43.3%, 40.6%. This is the game the Knicks won when they shot 20. I don't know. Obviously, I'm going down with the ship, man. And I will say, if you're a Knicks fan, it was a great season regardless. If we lose this game, man, this is an excellent season. I had said that I think, well, when we first hired Thibodeau, and we drafted like R.J. Barrett and Mitchell Robinson, and this is like, okay, this is the new era of Knicks basketball. I estimated our window was 25 to 28, and we needed to be in a conference finals by 25. Well, we're here, and this is the start of the window. We got about 4 years, maybe if we stretch it. Obviously, we had a team that I thought had a shot at winning, and it's not over yet, but this is a great season regardless, and I'm going down with it. I'll be placing, real quick, French Open bet. Off topic. I forgot I had this here. Christian Swiatek under 17.5 games minus 122. Jess has been doing pretty well, too. That's from Jess, not me. But, yeah, I'll be on the Knicks in some way. I'll put Knicks minus 4.5 here. If the Pacers keep shooting like this from outside, I mean, the Knicks are supposed to have one of the best three-point defenses in the NBA. We saw it in the Celtics series. Pacers are just shooting well. So I think the Knicks win this game. I do. But if you're on the Pacers, I can't say I'm arguing with you. How about that? What do you think, Chris?
No. Keep the rotational order. Go ahead, Skee.
Oh, my God. All right. What do you think? What do you think, Leopard Pants?
I think that you already know. I don't know why you even placing this bet. You sound like you already know what's about to happen.
No, it's not even like that. I'm just saying. Like, the Pacers are playing really well. They're red hot. It's not like the refs robbed the Knicks. It's not like the Knicks shot 15% from 3 and it was like, we should have won that game. Like, they are just playing better basketball. The Knicks are playing a little bit sloppy on the offensive side, but the Pacers offense is so freaking crisp right now that I don't know what you can even point at. They're just playing better.
So
I kind of agree with that. You agree with that, Skee?
I mean, I do think the Pacers are playing well. But I'm just sitting here like, what are the Knicks going to do to win this game? That's what I'm saying.
All right, so Skee, before you go, there's no update on the injury report, right? I know Carl-Anthony Towns, I'm guessing, is going to play, but the knee looked like it was hurting last game, like a lot towards the end. And then Aaron Nesmith is also listed as questionable, and I'm guessing that he plays. I think he probably gets some kind of injection and plays too. But I'm just speculating. What you think about the injury report, Skee?
I agree. Towns is really banged up. Even if he plays, who knows how effective he's going to be out there and be able to move and stuff like that. Nesmith will probably be all right. He's probably going to play and still be okay. But that's my thought on the injury report.
If Towns, I mean, I really think the Knicks need to go back to their defensive roots here and stop trying to outscore Indiana. The Knicks offensively have a ton of talent, and they can win a lot of games. We saw them this year when they were healthy first half of the season. They won a lot of games, just no defense, outscoring their opponent. But they're not going to be able to compete with Indiana in that type of basketball. So if Towns is out, Josh Hart obviously sees increased minutes. The Knicks are...
He's banged up too.
Yeah, I know. He's not on the injury report, though.
I could only look towards the Pacers from a side if I'm betting a side. I mean, you've already said they're playing way better. As far as what the Knicks can do different, I mean, even if you go to a more defensive lineup, like, for one, if Cat and Brunson are out there, you cook, bruh. They could go. They can go with the horns that they've been running. They could go with the There was another like double drag they was doing. They cooked, bro. If them two was on the court, there's no way to hide them. So in a half court, the Pacers are gonna score. You got the best playmaker. Like he don't make no bad decisions. It don't seem like. So half court, they're gonna score if you got your best offensive guys in. If it's not half court, or every time they get a rebound, they're gonna push. Like I see the Pacers continuing to score, no matter who's out there on the court. Even if they try to put that defensive lineup out there. my thing is, I can also see more than that. Like, regardless who wins, I think the Pacers are going to score for everything that I just said. They've hit 109.5, 6 of their 7 road playoff games. They've scored 110 plus 34 of their last 40 road games in general. Like, 110 is not a big ask for the Pacers. That's what I'm getting at. All they have to do is just stick to the style of play that they play, which is up tempo. And I think after losing that game 3 from trying to fuck around and go slow and milk the clock, they learned their lesson. You just play your game until the end. So I like that Pacers team total 109.5. Can't talk anybody off Pacers though.
Yeah, I hear you. And Skee's right. The Pacers offense on the road significantly better in this postseason. So it's hard to argue against a team total over. I guess the only counter argument would be that the Knicks come out with a specific game plan to turn this game into a crawl. I don't know if they're capable of doing it, but that would be, if I'm Thibodeau, that's what I'm doing. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Skee. That was my thought process too. Pacers team total over keeps you away from the spread. Even though, like Skee said, I would be leaning towards Pacers plus the points as well. I haven't bet this yet, but that was the one thing that kind of stood out because I thought about Knicks minus 4.5. I said nah. Then I thought about Pacers minus 4, Pacers plus the 4.5, and I was like, what if they don't cover it? But one thing I was looking at to kind of piggyback off what Skee was talking about, when the Pacers have been in road games the last 2 years, in a closeout game, well, they've just been a closeout game in general. They're 4-1 straight up, 3-2 against the spread since the beginning of last season when they have a chance to eliminate their opponent. And if they're a dog, they're 2-0 straight up and against the spread. So they've been, I don't think about the Pacers as a team that kind of close out teams, but they have done that in the last couple of years. And I worry, Cal, about the health of, like you said, Julius Randle not an injury report, but we know he's not 100%. Jalen Brunson has played with 17 different ankles this season. I mean, eventually, he's going to crash out. And then if Aaron Nesmith plays, that's going to be a lot more defense.
You guys are making me want to bet the Knicks, so you guys are.
I understand. I get it. I think if you didn't even have this conversation with me and Skee, you was already ready to bet the Knicks anyway. So yeah, I mean, to Skee's point, they don't turn. Tyrese Halliburton had 30 points and 15 assists the other day and no turnovers. First player to do that since Baron Davis. Only other player to do that since Baron Davis.
I saw
did it
that.
Back in the
That's
day.
cool.
That's crazy. So I think I hadn't really thought about wrapping my mind around assessing the series, Kyle, but I think you did a good job of saying it. And sometimes it's just a hot team, right? You run into the hot team, and specifically when that team has momentum. The Pacers are deeper than the Knicks. The Pacers have played less games than the Knicks in general because they got rid of those the Cavaliers and the Bucks pretty easily. And I think something about game 1 when you blow that lead, because what happened, the Pacers did to y'all, Cal, what y'all did to the Celtics. If you think back to game 1, they had a 20-point lead, and then y'all came back and beat them. Then y'all stole game 2, and that's what the Pacers did. They went in and forced overtime when I had Knicks minus 4.5 in game 1, and I'm like, how is Aaron Nesmith doing this? But this is a team that's always going to throw the last punch. They're always going to fight until the end. I don't think they roll over here. So yeah, it's Pacers team total over. I think I'm actually bet this one because I haven't made a bet in this series since game 2 when I thought y'all would come out and throw the first punch in the second quarter. In the first quarter, I think that was the last time we did a show too. Yeah, all 3 of us did a show. I took Knicks first quarter minus 2.5, and they won by 2. And I was like,
I remember
what?
that.
I'm off of this. Yeah, I said I'm off of this series. I split it with Knicks team total in the first quarter over as well, 28.5, and both of those was losers. And I haven't bet this series since. But I said Knicks game 3, and I said Pacers game 4, and I would have been right both. So yeah, I'm going Pacers today. Team total. I'm gonna ride with Skee here over 109.5.
I will say if I kind of like as far. Can you pull up some odds for me here, Chris? I like. By the way, did you notice that freaking Terrence Shannon had a shot at it last night?
Yeah.
I put it for it was plus 2,800 for 15.
Which correlated with belt to ass and the Timberwolves getting smoked.
And it happened exactly. He came in with 5 points, took every single shot down the stretch, but just was missing them. You finished with 11, so I was close to that plus 2,800. I kind of like for a point ladder. I like Josh Hart to score 20 tonight. His point total's at 9.5. So what can I get for Josh Hart 20 plus, Chris?
Let's see.
Yeah, just put that on the screen instead of Knicks plus tomorrow.
It's going to be parlayed with Knicks money.
Player points. I do not.
Oh my God,
see it.
Chris!
know
I
it's
could have
on
looked it
your
up
card, my
myself.
fault. You could have. My fault. Let me see. Let me double. You try to find it real quick. I'm gonna try to find it too.
I bet you I can find it before you now. I'm just
I
pointing.
bet you can't. Nah, not now. You can't because I'm already got it. I got a head start.
Josh Hart, 20+ points. I got it right. Oh, he's not up on FanDuel. Josh Hart, 15 points is plus 450.
Plus 1500, Kyle.
All right, plus 15.
On bet 365. 20 points for Josh Hart, plus 1500.
Hart, 20+ points, plus 1500. What about
I like his rebounds,
what about
though.
Hart plus 20+ points parlayed with Pacers money line?
Oh, okay, spicy. Okay, hold on for a second.
See, he's becoming a believer, Chris.
He is.
I'm just spitballing.
That's what he called it. He called it plus 5,000.
I'll put it on the screen. I'm just saying that doesn't sound crazy to me.
50 to 1. Ooh, I like it.
Hart,
Yeah,
20+
just cover
points.
that up. Cover that up right there. Yeah.
I like his boards, Kyle. I think Josh Hart goes over 8.5 boards. He got there last game. He had played 36 minutes even though he came off the bench. I think he can get the 10 boards tonight too. Should go ahead and add that in there too.
I got a freaking graphic for you here, Chris. Josh Hart over 8.5 boards.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I do like Josh Hart tonight.
All right, everyone, thanks for watching. Be back at midnight. It's Friday tomorrow, so we got 15 MLB games tonight. We'll find out if Toast is actually back. He was ice cold for a while, had a big day yesterday, declared to everyone that he was back. So it would be awesome if he's back, but it would also be hilarious if he if he starts sucking again. So we'll see. So everyone, have a great day. Bet responsibly. Hit me up if you need me. If you're in the betting league, you have 1 hour and 36 minutes to submit. Everyone, talk to you later.
I bet that, Kyle. It's plus